So, you're dealing with a Pisces and they're acting a bit unbecoming of themselves. And you're wondering, are you about to be ghosted? Well, you're in the right place because I'm here to help you. I am Lamarr Townsend. I'm an astrologer, a tarot reader, a psychic, and an energy channeler. So if you'd be interested in a reading from me, definitely check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. I am available for personal readings, and I would love to read for you. You can also, of course, reach me, call me, beat me, by texting me at 703-791-9162 for a personal reading. That is my business phone number. You can also email me at lamarr.townsend@gmail.com or visit my website. That's the best way to get a reading from me, so just go ahead and visit my website. Alright, that's where all the information is. So, let's take a look at my website very quickly. This is actually my Patreon, so if you want to become a member of my Patreon, definitely check that out. But this is my website, so once you've reached this page, you know you're on the right page. This is where you can go to view all the rates, services, products, and classes and candles I offer. Check out my Twitch where I do monthly horoscopes. Become a member of my Patreon. Check out my podcast on Spotify, Apple, Anchor, and more. You can also scroll down and read reviews from people who have purchased readings from me. And also scroll down and follow me down here on Instagram and Facebook. Now, if you would like a reading, go right to the store section. This is where you can go to view all the rates, services, products, like I said, classes, and things that I offer. And I do offer quite a lot. I do birth chart readings, both individual birth chart readings and compatibility birth chart readings, full readings. I do mediumship readings if you want to connect to those who have passed on. I do past life readings if you want to learn about your past lives. I do phone psychic tarot readings, email psychic tarot readings, video recorded psychic tarot readings. I do spiritual development classes, tarot classes, astrology classes. Like I said, I do candles and so much more, and there's a price point for everyone. So if you'd be interested in any of these things, then definitely, like I said, check out my website. Do not hesitate to reach out. lamarrtownsendtarot.com is where you can go for that information. So, first of all, if my eyelashes look a little bit wonky, I am testing I'm testing eyelashes today, and this is my first time applying fake eyelashes. So I'm dressing up as New Cleopatra, which is my drag persona, later today. So I'm testing eyelashes now. Don't judge me, all right? Anyways, let's get into the 5 signs that a Pisces may potentially be planning to ghost you, alright? Let's first of all give a little factoids about Pisces. Pisces is a dual sign, meaning that it's ruled by 2 planets, alright? So Pisces is mainly ruled by Neptune. Neptune, of course, does rule the 12th house, and Neptune, the 12th house in Pisces, are all associated with spirituality, your connection to spirit, the spiritual realm. It also does relate to your hidden strengths and weaknesses. It also does rule your need for solitude and privacy. Pisces also does relate to creativity, once again in a more spiritual way and outside of the box way. And that also ties into Pisces being ruled by Jupiter, which also is very much out of the box kind of energy. Jupiter rules higher education, higher learning, so there's definitely a spiritual aspect to Jupiter as well. Jupiter is also the planet of optimism, good luck, being open-minded, and all things of this nature. So I say all that to say that Pisces by nature are very creative people, open-minded people, and spiritual people by nature. They're also very easygoing people as a result of these things. However, there are some key signs that you may want to look out for as to signs that a Pisces may potentially be planning to ghost you. Let's get into what these signs are, starting with number 1. Alright, number 1 sign that a Pisces is about to ghost you is that they become secretive. Alright? Now, once again, Pisces by nature are very open people, especially open with people they love, cherish, and care for. However, if a Pisces is having issues with you or issues in a relationship with you, they will become more secretive in some way, shape, or form. Alright? Whereas, for example, the Pisces would have been more open with you in the past. And Pisces, when they really care about someone in a relationship, they can be very open. Mi casa es su casa. That is the essence of a Pisces. But if a Pisces becomes more secretive, more closed off, and less open with themselves, this could potentially be a sign that the Pisces is planning to ghost you. So the best thing to do is when a Pisces gets into this mode in terms of number one would definitely be to, protect their space or respect their space, respect their boundaries, because they're trying to protect their space and their boundaries at that point. Which kind of ties into number two and number three, which we'll get into in a second. But let's go ahead and get into number two, the number two sign that a Pisces is about to ghost you. The number two sign that a Pisces is potentially about to ghost you is that they become painfully truthful. Now, by nature, Pisces are very truth-oriented people, and that's that Jupiter influence. Jupiter is all about the truth. Neptune is about the truth in a spiritual kind of way, and sometimes the truth is not pretty. So anything that the Pisces has been holding on to in terms of themselves and not necessarily telling you about how they feel about you or how they feel about your life, how you live your life or things of that nature, could come out during this time, when they start becoming painfully truthful towards you. To the point where, once again, maybe you have a relationship with the Pisces where, you've always told the truth to each other, but now the Pisces is telling the truth in such a way, or, giving you truth bombs in such a way that it almost feels like a dig, almost. It's like, okay, are you being truthful with me, or are you just kind of digging at me? Are you shading me, or kind of, taking a jab at me, or that kind of thing? I guess I shouldn't say the word jab, because we know what connotation that brings up in this day and age. Anyway, alright. So these are some signs that the Pisces may potentially be planning to ghost you. This is the second sign, is that they start becoming painfully truthful with you. As they say, if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. So if this starts to bother you, the best thing to do is to give yourself space away from the Pisces. Which may be what they want subconsciously anyway, is space from, the whole situation. So if they start acting this way, chances are that it may be, they're just upset with you in some way, shape, or form. And that's their kind of subconscious or subliminal or passive-aggressive way of, taking that out on you. Or they may potentially be planning to ghost you. Alright, it could be any of those two scenarios if a Pisces starts to become painfully truthful towards you. I would say that definitely Sagittarius and Pisces have that in common when it comes to this topic. Alright, but that's that Jupiter influence once again. Sagittarius, by the way, and Pisces are both ruled by Jupiter. However, Sagittarius is solely ruled by Jupiter, which therefore is the main zodiac sign associated with Jupiter. Alright, I digress. Let's get into number three. As you can tell, I love astrology. Let's get into the number three sign that a Pisces is about to ghost you. And I would say that number three, a lot of the water signs have this in common, actually. I did Scorpio yesterday. I did 5 signs that Scorpio is going to ghost you yesterday. And I'm pretty sure I brought this up yesterday in Scorpio's video. Number three with a Pisces, in terms of the signs that they're about to ghost you, is that they start testing your boundaries, alright? Now, Pisces by nature are people who are interested in setting their own boundaries. They can be people, once again, who are very generous with their time, their energy, their resources, and things of that nature, almost to the point of, almost to a fault. Pisces will give and give of themselves to the point of, they have nothing left to give, themselves at the end of the day, because they're too busy giving of themselves to other people. However, if the Pisces starts, usually also with Pisces, there's even though they don't have the best, sometimes, not all Pisces, but even though they don't have the best in terms of setting their boundaries, there's something about a Pisces that is this is one of the endearing parts of a Pisces, in my opinion. I have a lot of Pisces family, Pisces family members. One of the endearing trait of a Pisces is that even though, they themselves can be very, giving, and, they themselves don't have the best boundaries when it comes to them, they're really good at respecting other people's boundaries for the most part. Alright? It may take them a little while to figure out what your boundaries are, but once they figure out what boundaries they can and can't cross with you, 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, if you have a good relationship with this Pisces, they're not going to cross your boundaries and vice versa. Hopefully you're not going to cross theirs either once those have been established. However, once a Pisces is about to ghost you, they may start testing your boundaries. Alright, so they may start testing and doing things that they know you don't like, but they're testing you to see what your response is going to be. Now you have to be careful because this could be Pisces fishing for a debate or an argument. Jupiter is the planet of debate. Alright, so Pisces could be kind of tricking you. Remember, the water sirens and water zodiac signs can be very manipulative in that way, especially emotionally. So when they're testing your boundaries, you want to really stand firm in your boundaries and not give in, in terms of starting a fight or, anything like that. Alright? So be careful with that. That's number 3. Number 4 is, we kind of talked about this earlier, is that they start subliminally shading you. Alright? So if they start saying things, and once again we talked about this with number 1, or number 2, where they start becoming painfully truthful. Sometimes truths can be like once the Pisces gets to the point of ghosting you. Sometimes, for example, truth can be embedded with a little bit of shade. All right. They may, like a Pisces and Aquarius are good at this too, where like a Pisces will be like, I can't stand people that wear yellow. Like, I think people that wear yellow are so gross, right? And you that day may be wearing a yellow shirt. But a Pisces is interesting in the sense that they'll say, oh, but not you, you're fine. Which may make you feel like, it's like, okay, they said not me, so I guess I'm fine. But you're probably still thinking, throughout the day, were they really shading me? Like, they probably were shading you even if they said they were not shading you, okay? When they start subliminally shading you, this is also the DMs or when people post pictures or stories on Instagram and TikTok, Facebook, whatever. With the quotes. It's like the weird shady quotes. It's like, I don't know. I can't even think of a quote. If someone is beneath you and your level, then it's time to go. If someone, it's like those shady subliminal things that people post on Instagram and stuff like that, and it's like, was that about me? If you start having those moments with the Pisces, then that chances are that Pisces may be planning to ghost you. All right, and they're subliminally shading you as a way to get you to know how they're feeling and what's going on. Once again, by nature, Pisces are not aggressive or confrontational people, so this is how they deal with confrontation most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. Keep in mind that everyone has a moon, sun, rising, and all things of that nature. Alright. Lastly, number 5. And I think this is a definite... Oh my god. Sorry about that. That was scary. That scared me. I think this is a definite... I should put my phone on silent, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, crap. I can't even get to that thing. Alright. There we go. I turned it on silent. Thank God. Alright. I think number 5 is probably the biggest one here. Number 5 is that they become less optimistic around you. Alright? By nature, Pisces, for the most part, are very optimistic people, especially when they have relationships around them that feel good and that excite them and make them feel good and things of that nature. So if you're used to a Pisces being optimistic around you and happy, fun, happy-go-lucky, but they start becoming less optimistic around you and, less optimistic about your friendship and their relationship with you, this is definitely a sign that this Pisces is about to ghost you. This is where the Pisces gets to the point where they get frustrated, they get fed up. Maybe you're not catching the subliminals. Maybe the testing your boundaries things, didn't work. Maybe them becoming secretive and them becoming painfully truthful with you has not worked. So it's like their optimism starts to go down and down and down and down further, to the point maybe where they become different to be around. All right. So it's like, once again, that's Pisces' way of kind of pushing you away. Basically, they're not people that like to hurt other people's feelings, but they will hurt your feelings if they need to, in order for you to get the point. All right. So, these are 5 signs that a Pisces is about to ghost you. I hope I was able to give you some clarity and insight. I am Lamarr Townsend once again. I'm available for personal readings, so definitely reach out for a personal reading. I am available and I would love to read for you. Once again, my website is lamarrtownsendtarot.com, and you can also text me at 703-791-9162. Love and light. God bless. See you in the next video, or I'll see you in your own personal reading. Either way, I'll see you soon.